I believe the greatest war is not fought on battlefields. It is not fought with swords, nor guns, nor flags raised in victory. It is a war that lives inside us, silent, invisible, yet louder than any explosion. It is the war between who we are and who we could be. It is the war between our present self and our potential self. And every single one of us is a soldier in that unseen battle. Every morning when I wake up, I feel it. That quiet tension between the mind and the heart. Part of me wants comfort, ease, the familiar warmth of what I already know. And another part of me whispers, "You are meant for more." That whisper is the call to war. You see, the real enemy is not the world. It is not society, or your critics, or the people who doubt you. The real enemy is you, the version of you that chooses comfort over courage, excuses over effort, fear over faith. It is the self that says, "I will do it tomorrow," while your dreams wait silently in the dark. The hardest battles are the ones we fight in silence, when no one sees, no one claps, no one even knows what you are going through, because the enemy within does not shout, it whispers. It tells you to stay in bed a little longer. It tells you that failure means you are not good enough. It tells you that discipline is too hard, that risk is too scary, that dreams are for other people. But here is what I have learned. Every time you say no to that voice, you win a small battle. Every time you push through fear, you reclaim a piece of your strength. And over time, those small victories become the foundation of a greater one, the victory of self-mastery. Recognizing the real enemy is the beginning of transformation. You cannot conquer what you refuse to confront. The moment you stop blaming circumstances, people, or luck, you take back power. Because as long as the enemy is out there, you remain a victim. But the day you realize the enemy lives in here, within your own habits and fears, that is the day you begin to win. This realization is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you. Because once you see yourself clearly, you can change. You can evolve. You can rise above your own resistance. In this war, awareness is your first weapon. To recognize the enemy is not to hate yourself. It is to understand yourself deeply. It is to look into the mirror and say, "I know who you are, and I will not let you stand between me and the life I am meant to live." This is where the true battle begins. Not outside, but within. Not someday, but now. I have come to realize that winning this inner war is not about feeling powerful all the time. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment of motivation, or for life to align itself with your plans. It is about one simple but profound choice: to do what must be done, even when you do not feel like it. Discipline is not glamorous. It does not arrive with applause, and it does not always feel good. It is quiet, repetitive, sometimes dull, but it is the foundation of everything meaningful. Because emotion is fragile. It changes with the weather, the mood, the people around you. But discipline is steady. It is the soldier that stands guard, even when the heart wants to run away. When you rely on motivation, you are at the mercy of your feelings. And feelings are unreliable. They rise and fall without warning. Some mornings you wake up inspired. Others you wake up heavy. If you only move when you feel ready, you will spend most of your life standing still. Discipline on the other hand, asks no permission. It does not need to feel good to do good. It simply demands that you show up every single day. You train your body, your mind, your soul to follow what you know, not what you feel. There were times in my life when I waited for inspiration, for clarity, for confidence. But life taught me that waiting is a form of self-sabotage. Discipline taught me to move, even when the path ahead was not clear, because it is in motion that clarity appears. It is in effort that confidence is born. Emotion whispers, "Take it easy today. You have earned it." Discipline replies, "Earn it again." Emotion says, "You are tired." Discipline says, "Rest later. Finish what you started." The most successful, peaceful, fulfilled people I have ever met are not ruled by emotion. They feel fear, doubt, temptation, just like everyone else. But they have trained their minds to obey their goals, not their moods. They have turned discipline into a habit, so strong that emotion eventually learns to follow. And that is the key. Discipline is not the absence of emotion. It is the mastery of it. It is understanding that emotions are real, but they are not commands. They are signals, not orders. You can feel unmotivated and still act with purpose. You can feel afraid and still take the step forward. You can feel lost and still move in the direction of growth. In this war against yourself, discipline is your shield. It protects you when everything else fails. It keeps you grounded when emotions try to drag you away. Every small act of discipline, waking up early, saying no to distraction, finishing what you begin, strengthens your armor. When you choose discipline over emotion, something remarkable happens. You begin to trust yourself, because you no longer depend on fleeting feelings. You depend on your word. You become your own leader, your own commander, your own protector. And slowly, your inner enemy begins to weaken, because it feeds on your inconsistency. But when you act with discipline, daily, calmly, and deliberately, that enemy starves. So yes, feel your emotions. They make you human, but never let them decide who you become. Let discipline be the quiet strength that carries you through the chaos. Because in this war, discipline is victory in motion. There is a voice that lives inside all of us. Soft, familiar, and often convincing. It does not shout. It whispers. It speaks in moments of fear, hesitation, and uncertainty. It says you are not ready. You are not good enough. You will probably fail. So why even try? That voice of doubt is subtle, but powerful. It does not destroy you in one blow. It weakens you slowly, over time. It makes you question your worth, your ability, your purpose. And if you listen long enough, it becomes your truth. I believe that doubt is not our enemy by accident. It is our mirror. It reflects the parts of ourselves we have not yet healed or believed in. When doubt rises, it is not just there to stop you. It is there to test how much you truly believe in yourself. Because if your belief crumbles at the first sign of fear, it was never strong enough to carry you through the storm. The world will always have opinions about you. Some will think you are too ambitious. Others will say you are not capable enough. But the truth is, none of that matters as much as the story you tell yourself when you are alone. Because your outer world is a reflection of your inner conversation. If that inner voice is full of doubt, your actions will hesitate. If that voice is full of courage, your steps will move forward, even if they shake. Silencing doubt does not mean pretending it does not exist. It means learning to separate your thoughts from your truth. The mind is a storyteller. It repeats what you have been taught, what you have seen, what you have feared. But not everything it says is real. When your mind tells you that you cannot do something, pause and ask, whose voice is this? Is it yours or someone else's that you internalized years ago? Maybe it is the voice of a teacher who said you were not enough. Maybe it is the voice of a parent who doubted your dreams. Or maybe it is simply the echo of your own past failures. But here is the truth. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are the person who learns from them, who grows through them, who rises beyond them. To silence doubt, you must speak back to it with truth, not fear. When doubt says you are not ready, answer, no one ever is, but I will learn as I go. When it says you will fail, reply, then I will try again, wiser this time. When it says you are not enough, remind it, I am growing, and that is more than enough. Every great mind, every successful person, every world changer heard that same voice of doubt. The difference is that they did not obey it. They acted anyway. They stepped into uncertainty with faith that they would build their wings on the way down. And that is what courage really is. Not the absence of doubt, but the decision to move forward in spite of it. You do not have to be fearless to win this war. You just have to stop letting fear make your choices for you. There will be moments when the voice of doubt grows loud again. That is normal. It is a lifelong companion, always testing, always whispering. But the more you act in the presence of doubt, the quieter it becomes. Because doubt thrives in stillness, but it fades in motion. So when you hear that whisper saying you cannot, smile gently and take the step anyway. Because in that moment, you are silencing not just a voice, but an entire history of limitation. And that silence, that peace you feel afterward, that is the sound of victory. The victory of self, belief over fear. The victory of faith over hesitation. The victory of you over you.